Hi guys, good evening. Good evening. So it's awesome having you here. I hope I hope you can see me. I hope you can see me. Okay, awesome. It's awesome having you here on the Genius Timeout this week, and I have to say I'm very excited. And thank you for joining us. The Genius Timeout is an amazing session where we bring different experts to discuss with us amazing concepts in marketing. And this week we are discussing advertising and conversion. And with us today is Billionaire Dash, the founder of CCTV, a creative digital marketing agency. And we are going to be looking together into how sales and marketing work. However, if you are joining us now, I'd like you to leave a comment and tell me where you are joining us from, your name and where you are joining us from. Leave a comment with your name and where you are joining us from. Awesome. It's good to see you, Barry Buffy. It's awesome having you here, Barry Buffy. Yeah, awesome having you here as well, Sharon. So if you are here, I'd like you to take a screenshot and share it in the group and tell them we are live. We are actually live right now. Share it out and tell everyone we are live right now. Okay, Barry Buffy is joining us from Port Harcourt. Um, Barry Buffy joining from Port Harcourt. You can't see me. Can you see me now? Can you see me now? Awesome. Awesome. It's good. It's good reading from you, Oyebuchi Chidera. Awesome. Awesome. Daniela Oyebuchi, yeah, it's great reading from you. Daniela Oyebuchi from Lagos, Paula from Accra, JC Meka from Ogun State. It's awesome having you all here. So yeah, let's get into it today. I'm awesome to it's very exciting to welcome you to the Genius Timeout today, and I promise you it's going to be an amazing experience. So as we go through this one together, I'd like you to take your pen, your jotters, and note with me all that you learned today. We are going to be looking at 7 tips on how marketing works together with sales. It's a very big concept. People usually, wow, you can't still see me. Have I gotten too black and I'm blending with the background? No, my background contrasts. Yeah, so I think you should try to leave and join again. I think you should try to leave and join. Oh, many people can't see me. While I can see myself, everybody says they can't see me. Okay, can you see me now? Can you see me now, guys? Can you see me now? I'm back now, right? Okay. So it's awesome. It's awesome to be here. It's awesome to be here. Can you see me? If you can see me, you can just say hi. Hello, can you see me? Can you see me, guys? Can you see me, guys? If you can see me, you can just wave and say hi. If you can see me, can you see me very clearly? I do hope you can. Yes, sir. Sir Desmond, I can see you. I cannot hear you, but I can see you are here. Okay, can you see me now? If you can see me, you can just say hi or something, so I'll be able to know you are here with me. So if you can see me, you can just comment. You can make a comment here. Yeah, awesome, awesome. So okay, yeah, all right. Then we are good to go. We are good to go. I said earlier, we're happy to welcome you to the Genius Timeout today, and I can tell you today is going to definitely be an amazing experience. Today we'll be having with us. So I can hear you. So I can hear you, but I'm bringing you up stage in a bit now. So we are going to be having with us Billionaire Dash, and we are going to be discussing the amazing concept of how marketing works with sales. And I promise you it's going to be an exceptional experience together. So I would like you to put your hands together. I would like you to go and invite other geniuses who are not here right now to join us here. After this session, we'll be looking at email marketing. Then we'll be having the amazing Fortune Nnamdi join us on the live session today. So yeah, we are going to be having Sir Desmond upstage with us now, and yeah, definitely should be a great experience together. Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, everybody can hear me, right? Prosperity, can you hear me?
Sir, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me? Hmm. Can you hear me? I'm shouting. I'm literally shouting. Can you hear me?
Hello,
Can
Sir
you hear
Desmond.
me? I'm talking.
Okay, so Sir Desmond will be with us here very soon. Sir Desmond will be with us here very soon. All right. Would have Sir Desmond join us here in a bit now. Should just keep quiet like that too. Yeah. Awesome. So guys, yeah, while we wait, I would like us to do what we do every week. I would like us to do what we do every week. So tell me where you are joining us from firstly, then tell me what you know as the difference between marketing and sales. So what's the difference between marketing and sales for you? And Sir Desmond is joining us up stage right now. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you can make sure to share that right Sir Desmond. So good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Good evening. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Okay. Aha. It's been a long time coming. I thought you not bring me up for room money. Prosperity.
Sir?
I thought you not bring me here. I thought I'm not among the geniuses that you want to invite to come and talk to your people. Huh? Okay, so good evening, everybody. My name is Desmond. I know he has introduced me as Billionaire Dash. Yeah, so people call me Billionaire Dash. The name Dash came from somebody from your village that wanted to call me Desmond, and he said Desmond. So that's how the name Dash came about, and it's actually means something really really important, and that is divine empowerment and service to humanity. Having said that, I am the head of sales and strategy of Creative Chaos Limited. Some of you here know me already because I've already posted the link to this particular session. Some of you don't know me, and I'm going to do a brief intro about myself. What should I say? The portfolio long and large. So what should I say? Let me just say about my last job. My last job, I was appointed to manage a political campaign that was between October of last year and February that just passed, right, of this year. So that's basically what you should know. I've worked with international organizations, I've worked with local organizations, I've mentored more than 1,000 people. So I'm not the loud type that you see on social media. I'm just here living my life low key. I'm building the dream. So, but people would know me and who are in the space will really know who I am. Okay, having said that, you're welcome to 7 amazing tips on building an effective sales funnel. I was having a conversation with the host of this program, and I hope you guys can hear me clearly. If you can hear me, please type on the chat box that you can hear me, so I'm not just speaking to myself. Can you hear me? Can somebody confirm that they can hear me clearly? Okay, because if this is not working properly, I may then have to then switch to my order to this, right? So tell me, can you hear me clearly? Prosperity, can everybody hear me? They should type
Yes,
on the
I'm
chat
hearing
box
you
that
now.
they can hear. Okay, great. Okay, that's good. So as I was saying, I was discussing with the host of this particular the Genius Hangout, and I explained that what I'll be teaching basically is quite simple. Why is that so? It is so because I do not believe that they are secrets. People say, so you need to learn the 10 or 5 secrets to sales. People say a lot of things, but I don't believe that they are secrets. I don't believe they are secrets. I only believe that they are premium information, and people who are willing to pay or not pay for that information. There are no secrets anywhere. You can literally find out anything you want to find out in this life. It depends on who you know, the price you're willing to pay for that thing, and how far you're willing to go for that, right? So I believe that what we call secrets to sales, secrets to think. Do you know, like the kind of figures that we've done, the kind of deals that we've closed, the kinds of places that we've been. I mean, in my last job, the last job that I got, the person got our contact from Google, and he called me up, and he said, "What time?" Let me remember the time that the person called me. The person said, I think it was about around 8:30. Yes, it was around 8:30. So 8:30, this person called me up. I was not even in Lagos because a client flew me out of Lagos to do a project. So I was there working on the project, and when I got to my hotel, I got a call that, "Hello, are you the head of sales and strategy of so 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 and so?" I said yes, and we spoke. He said, I will need you to help me manage my political campaign. Somebody got in for a senator, and I was like, okay, no wahala, that's not a problem, but the issue is that I'm not in Lagos. You have to wait for me. And he was like, no, a lot of people are giving me proposal to get this particular job from me, but I told him that if you need my service, you have to wait for me. I'm not cheap. I'm not proud. I just know my own. Do you understand? I put in a lot in this business, so I know it. So the person waited for me to come back to Lagos. After a long time, I came to Lagos, took the job, and that was it. So why is this important? It is important because I tell people that the amount you're willing to pay for something, how far you're willing to go on a particular thing, will determine how much you know and what separates you from everybody out there. Let me use affiliate marketers for example, or real estate agents. These are 2 industries in Nigeria that are literally, so to say, virgin, because we are yet to tap the full potential of that industry. You see a lot of people jumping into it, but they're not willing to pay the price or to learn what is required. So information really is they are not secrets, they are just premium information on what you want to learn. So I'm going to go through my notes and share with you the things that I believe can help you on this journey to sales and building effective sales funnel. So the number one strategy I want to tell you about is what I call the Olosho business strategy. Right? If you're not writing, start writing. The Olosho business strategy is quite simple. How do you do this? Just tell your body you make sales. If you're a girl, if you're a guy, I know guys who are into gigolo. I know girls who will just sell their body. I told you people that join through my link, I told you people, you'll be shocked by the things that I'll be sharing with you guys today. It sells. They make sales. Olosho business. So they camouflage that they are selling something, yet it's their body that they are selling. So if you see in their advertisement or in their marketing, it is body that they are selling. It happens a lot. Now, the pain is this, yeah? For you that you want to do it legitimately, you'll be comparing your success, comparing your vision with that of somebody selling their body to make sales, with somebody opening their legs to make sales. And you think you make that the kind of sales that they are making. That's one strategy. Hold it. If you cannot endure, if you cannot work, Olosho business or Olosho strategy is the best way to make sales fast. That's one. So this other one is called the lie way, meaning lie your way to prosperity, lie your way to sales. These are the kind of people or the kind of strategy that people use to make sales. They lie to customers, they lie to prospects. It happens a lot. We've seen it a lot. So you either use these two strategy or don't use or come to our own type of strategy or come to our domain and do it legitimately. So if you know you don't want to sell your body, I wonder why what people call content creation these days. I'm sorry to say I'm going to be breaking tables today. What people call content creation today is just people standing in front of TikTok, shaking their body, shaking their butts, and doing one trend. That's what they call content creation, which is alarming and ridiculous. Right? You see people who really are into prostitution and they call it marketing. I mean, the marketing industry in Nigeria has seen a lot of shege. It has seen a lot of shege. It's amazing to see how young people who get into the space, they're discouraged because they don't have the results, or they're comparing their journey with somebody opening their legs or doing money laundry, especially in Abuja. Those are my people in Abuja. You know what I'm talking about. It's just money laundry that they're doing, and you're comparing your success. So why am I mentioning this? It is very important that you understand that even when you're trying to make sales, when you're trying to achieve your dreams or to achieve your vision, do not compare your journey to anybody. You see people come online to say, oh, they've done this, they've done that. It is any story that you cannot verify, do not glorify. Quote me, NC Desmond, anywhere. Any story you cannot verify, do not glorify. Do not use their success as a yardstick. You'll be shocked. I'm in this space. I'm in the business and the political space, and I've seen a lot of things. Sometimes I just keep quiet. Because the amount of things that would see. I just come back, right? I just come back and just just go to my shelf and just take books and just read and forget about everything. I just forget about the world. Because if you follow what is happening, you'll be shocked at the things you will discover. So what am I saying in essence? Do not compare your journey with anybody's journey. That's the first thing I want you to learn. Having said that, let's go to my training or my teaching properly. Let's talk about sales funnel. What's the sales funnel? What's the sales funnel? People will give you bookish definition. People will give you different types of definitions. I'm going to make it brief. I mean, if you take nothing from all this whole session, you're just going to take the key things I will teach. Anybody that's been to my training, you know it that I make it very relatable, so you understand it, so you can take away things from them. Okay, so what is a sales funnel? A sales funnel basically is a pathway through which a customer or a prospect comes into knowing about your brand, becoming aware of your brand, getting interested, buying your products, repeating that cycle. That's basically what a sales funnel is. A sales funnel basically is a pathway through which prospect comes into knowing your brand, buying your product, and becoming a customer. Simple. If I ask you that in your sleep, you remember that. A sales funnel basically is a pathway through which a prospect comes into knowing about your brand, buying your products, right, and becoming your customer. Simple. Very simple. I hope we got that. That's one. Then, so what is this pathway we are talking about? How do you create this pathway? Now, if you are, I don't have anything to illustrate here. If you are in Nigeria, or you have a typical Nigerian model, you would know what we call a funnel. A funnel basically is that thing that is shaped in a way that you put in a gallon or in something to pour water or pour oil to just draw them down. So that's basically the shape of a funnel. So what is that shape? Why is this important, or why this description is important? Because the wider the mouth, right? The wider the mouth of the funnel, the slimmer the bottom of the funnel and the content that passes through it. What that means basically is that a sales funnel is broken into three stages, or three phases. Let me use that word. Three phases. We have the top, which is the wider part. I'm trying to make it as practical as possible so it doesn't leave your head. The top, the middle, and the bottom. The top, the middle, the bottom, right? So at the top are things that you do to do what is at the top is what I call the attraction phase. The attraction phase. If you are taking notes or not taking notes, start taking notes. If you have questions, jot them down. I really want to share it now. I like to beat around the bush when I'm talking to people about sales funnels, so that they don't get the full picture. But when I'm training like this, I like to just teach it so you get everything. I want to share everything. Everything has been working for me. I'll share it now. So the top part of the funnel is what we call the attraction. Go and check it anywhere, you'll not find it. I'm just telling you, this is what we use in funnel. Okay, so we have the top. Who is calling me in this time? Sorry, the client. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So as I was saying, the top part. Oh shit. Prosperous, can you hear me? I was having a repeated call and I was cut off.
Yes, I
Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, I can hear you.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. I have a call interrupting this. Okay. So as I was saying, at the top is the we have three phases: the top, the middle, and the bottom. At the top of the funnel is what I call the attraction phase. The attraction phase. So what it means basically is, let's assume that this is the funnel. Let's assume that this is the funnel. So we have the top, the middle, and the bottom. At the top is where the attraction phase. This attraction phase, basically what it means is, what are the things that we do, or what are the elements that we put into this attraction phase to make people to come into the funnel? These are deliberate actions that we take to make people, to attract people into the funnel. This is the very first phase. So you see people, oh, I want to build a sales funnel. Immediately they are going to build a landing page. It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. So how do you attract people to the landing page? Do you understand? So it's basically you consider All three. The building a landing page is the last thing. Do you understand? Is the last thing that you should do. The first thing you want to do, especially for those who are into product management, and I say this all the time, that or people who want to create or launch products. For products that I want to launch in let's say in May or June or July, I start talking about it now. There is a project that I'm working on. It's a book. It's called Street Smart Startup. Street Smart Startup. You have to be smart and you have to be street. Do you understand? So yeah, Mafo. You have to be street. You have to be smart to run an effective startup in Nigeria or in Africa, because it's a totally different place to do business. I've been writing this book for 2 years plus, and I've been talking about it consistently for these 2 years. A lot of people have pre-ordered this book and they're waiting for it because I've been talking about it. What does that mean? Or what does I tell you? You do not wait for you to launch the product before marketing the product. No, marketing is built from the beginning of the product building up until when you put the product out there. You do not wait until. So why is this important in our discourse or in what we're talking about concerning sales funnel? It means that you do not wait to build a landing page. You think of all the things that will attract people, and then you can direct them to the landing page. Okay, so what are those things that can attract people? Excuse me. We talk about branding. We talk about positioning, right? These are the things that speak about what you do, how you look, where you are. For example, if you take your phone and you type top digital marketing agencies in Lekki, Creative Chaos Limited will come out. You cannot count 1 to 10. No, you cannot even count 1 to 3 without saying Creative Chaos Marketing Limited. If you type Creative Digital Marketing Agency or Digital Marketing Agency and Branding Agency in Lagos, you will see or in Lekki, you will see Creative Chaos. Why is that important? We are positioned online, and when people come to me and they say, "Oh, Desmond, you guys are not very active on social media." Yes, social media is important. Use it for your marketing. It is good, but the kind of clients that we, Creative Chaos, Desmond is looking for is not. They are on social media, but they are not really on social media because there are people handling their social media. There are small children that they are paying 100,000 or so to handle their social media. So they will not necessarily be scrolling through our page and say, nice content. No. So we are positioned on Google. When serious business wants to do business in numbers or in millions, they are looking for us. They are looking for agencies to work with. They go on Google and they search. When they search, they see you. So I'm well positioned. Our business is well positioned. So why am I telling you in essence? Know your target and know the people you are targeting and position there. These are the things that attract people into your funnel. So when you are searched or they search for your industry or brand on Google, will they find you? Oh, in your locality. We chose to have our office in Lekki. I choose to live in Lekki, not because I want to live a Lekki lifestyle or want to spend so much money, but because positioning is important. We were clear about it from the start. That's one. Another thing is branding. Those who know us know what we're talking about. I don't know how to even preach to people who don't know us before, but branding is very important, and branding deals with more than just your logo. A lot of people now who even claim that branding is more than your logo are the ones, when they talk about branding, they just go to a studio, snap picture looking like this, or maybe they have an opportunity to buy this kind of wristwatch, and they then so that you will see the wristwatch very well, and they wear, where's my glasses? They then wear glasses to look serious. That's not branding. Branding basically is what people say about you, not what you say about you. What people say about your product, not what you say about your product. What people say about your company, not what you say about your company. Even in your presence or in your absence. A lot of people have reached out to me that we want to work with you. We don't know on what, but we want to work with you. We want to work with Creative Chaos. We want to work with CC. Why? Because the way we branded the company, it is the feel, the look, the appeal, the messaging, the culture. All these things put together is what branding is about. Branding is so different and unique to explain because you cannot put your finger on it. That's what branding is. And branding is one of the things or one of the elements that attracts people into your funnel. So your number one task basically today is, as I said, my teachings are always practical. Go today and go and think of those things that will attract people to your brand, that will draw them down your funnel. Go and think of those things and start planning those things. One, another thing you need to then understand is how do you position, where do you position so you can attract the kind of people you want to attract. That's for the top part of your funnel. Now let's go to the middle part. The middle part basically is what I call the process points. The process points. The process points is one of the most important points for me, and I tell this to my staff a lot, because the process point is the make or mark place when it comes to what they call it, when it comes to sales funnel. The process place is so crucial that if you do not pay so much attention to it, that's why I broke it into top, middle, bottom. If you are not paying attention to it, you will lose a lot of people at this stage. That's why I tell my staff this: we do not want to sell a product, we want to sell a feeling. We do not want to sell a product, we want to sell a feeling. But before I go further on that, let me explain something to you that is very, very important. And even though you do not learn anything I'm teaching today, do not forget this, because we as humans, we are quick to learn techniques, we are quick to learn strategy, but we fail to understand that techniques will change over time. Techniques and strategy comes with dispensation, it comes with time, comes with season. But what are the things that can never change? Fundamentals. The fundamentals of marketing, the fundamentals of sales, they don't change. The techniques and strategies will change, but the fundamental principles will not change. What does that mean? It means that the fundamental psychology of how people react to information, of the human mind, they don't change. They stay the same. I'm going into deep. They didn't pay me for this, but I'm already going into deep. Let me explain this to you in a way that you understand. The human brain is broken into three parts. We have the back part, we have the mid part, and we have the front part. The back part is what we call the crux brain, the crux part of the brain. This is the part of the brain that receives information. It's the first set of brain that was developed. So I'm telling you this because you don't understand how that translates to sales. That's why people like us will keep selling, because we understand the workings of a human mind. Now, it's what we call psychology, right? Now, that part of the brain, since it was the first part of the brain, when humans were evolving, if you know about the evolution of man, it's only that part of the brain only responds to two ways. Either of fight or flight. I will explain. When an information comes or when they see something, that brain reacts either in two ways. One, to stay and fight, or to take flight. Meaning, as I'm talking to you here, if you're not even interested, if your crux brain is processing what I'm explaining right now, it will be telling you, take flight, meaning leave here, or fight it, have a mental blockage of whatever information. So that's why sometimes people then buy courses, or people will go for training. It doesn't matter what the person teach or the trainer teaches, they will not get anything out of it, because their crux brain is at work. It is either taking flight, running away from that information, or standing to confront it by having a mental blockage. And then we have the midbrain. The midbrain is the place of feelings, is that place where people, that part of the brain where people is the seat of emotion. I want to teach a lot in this class, but my time is rushing. My time is rushing. It's the mid part of the brain where that's why when we want to sell, we do not sell to this place. We sell to this place. We sell to emotions. That's why we tie emotional elements into it. In my book, the Godfather Sales Strategy book, which is below 1,000 naira. Ask Prosperity will share. It will share my content and how you can get it. I explain how this is very, very important. The emotional part of the brain, and there's what we call the effect of sales. There's what we call the curiosity effect. How do you tie the curiosity element into your product for people to be curious about it? How do you tie? I will not mention the other six elements that you can tie into your product that will make people want to rush it. I'll not mention it because of time. I will just quickly move ahead. So this part of the brain is the place of emotion. That's why people say sell emotions, because humans buy with emotions. and they justify it with what? With logic later. And this is the logical part of the brain. That is the frontal. It's called the neocortex part of the brain. This is the most recently developed part of the brain. Meaning, when an information comes to somebody, when somebody sees your landing page, when somebody sees your product or you trying to advertise, the information passes through three places: the crux part of the brain, the mid part of the brain, and the neocortex. So if you successfully put the person here, it means that you can sell to the person effectively and the person will buy. If it comes here, the person will analyze every single thing and or might pick holes to it. In one of my courses that I created, it's called Training Course Bonder, and I was teaching the effect of content. I explain why this is important, why your product must have what can defeat the crux, the neocortex, and the emotional part of the brain, so that it will be easier for you to sell anything. I'm having signal that my time is going off. Oh God. Okay, so having said that, I hope you understand that. Let me just quickly give you, because of time, my time is fast spent. I'll give you just three things that you can do for your just three tips for your sales funnel to be as effective as possible. I had so much to train you guys. I didn't know the time would be this short. I had so much to give, so much. It's not even a class that you go through like this. There is so much. It's a process that I've broken down. I'm looking at my notes. I'm like, Jesus, what should I give to you guys? So I'm jumping the notes to just give you three tips. One, when you're creating your landing page, let your landing page sell only one offer. I say this a lot: one offer, one product. Don't choke it with too many things. Don't try to sell too many things. Sell one thing at a time. Do you understand? And when you've sold that thing successfully very well, then take it up. It's what I call the power of one strategy. You can then sell other things. That's the same strategy that Facebook used. When Facebook came, they focused on Harvard University, and when they successfully saturated Harvard University, they moved to other universities in America, then Canada, then UK, and then the rest of the world. When Jeff Bezos started selling, he was only selling books. He was only selling books, only books, only books, right? Amazon sold only books for a long time, only books, and now they sell every other thing. Do you understand? So in your own industry or field, sell one product at a time, then build from there. Okay. Another amazing strategy that I need to understand is, I see this a lot. Young people do it a lot. It is communication over decoration. You want to build a very fanciful thing that is very beautiful, and if it's not communicating your offer properly, then it's just a waste of time. It's just decoration. It's just like a website. That's why websites don't work as much as possible like they used to work before, because people want information. They want to be communicated to. They don't just want decoration. By the way, there are a lot of other sites and landing pages out there. So it is communication over decoration. Another amazing tip that I want to share with you guys is, do not use long copies. You guys do it a lot. You then type your entire destiny or history on that one copy. It doesn't make sense. Don't do it. It's a waste of time. People don't have that patience. People can read long articles, but when you're trying to make an offer, go straight to the point. And I'm going to give you a very effective, simple way that I do this. One is what I call the problem. That's the pain point. Let the beginning of your offer, let it be about the problem. What's the person facing? That's why they are there. If the person don't have that problem, see, matter of fact, let me tell you guys the truth. If I'm married to Dangote's daughter right now, I will not be here. I will not be wasting my time talking to many talks, because I know that there's money. Do you understand? Or $10 student. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, meaning I'm working and I'm sharing about these things with you guys because I want to give value, and I also want to make money. Do you understand? But if I have so much money, I might not really do all the work that I'm doing. If you check my desk is full. The whole of my desk is full with materials. My what they call it, my library. I read almost all the time because I need to work times 10 than the normal kid out there works, because they have everything provided for them. I don't. I walked to this point. I was a kid born and bred in Ikorodu, and I built my way up to this point, living in Lekki. If I tell you let me not talk. Let me not talk. So that said, that's just that. So I'm going to give you very, very simple ways to do this. The problem, what are they facing? Put it at the top of your offer. Do you understand? This is the problem. Write about the problem. Then the solution. This is the solution that you need for this problem that you're facing. 3, what people are saying about you. That is your solution. What people are saying. Insert testimonials, because there are no social proof. It is hard for people to be convinced about this, about what you do. Matter of fact, there's an affiliate program that we just started. It's called the Super Sales Affiliate Program, and we selected a few people who are already making sales in the affiliate industry, and we are paying them salary monthly to deliver monthly and a commission per sale. Right? Because we know these people have results. Recently, we added them into our resource file, and there's a section that talks about testimonials. So every testimonial, be it screenshots, be it WhatsApp, be it any way that we get, we post it on our on that drive. That is for the testimonial resource. So they just go there and they find testimonials that they can use to sell our own product. Do you understand? In this program, okay. So write about the problem, the solution, what people are saying about you. Another thing you need to do is, why should people trust you? Because the truth of the matter is, you can have the problem, you can have the solution to a problem, you can know your onion, but people don't trust you. So you have to learn how to build trust. You need to build trust in your landing page. And time will not give me or permit me to actually teach you how to build trust into this. Excuse me. Lastly, freedom, meaning after you've talked about their problem, the solution that they can get, the testimonial, why they should trust you, share or sell how they will feel after they buy from you. Okay? Share and tell how they will feel after they buy from you. Another amazing tip that you should know is what I call the bounce and retain, or bounce but retain. The bounce but retain basically is, if people are trying to buy from you and they're unable to buy, have you created a way that even though they didn't buy right now, you can keep them and track them and still be able to reach out to them? My time is up, unfortunately. My time is up. Prosperity, my time is up, yes? Or do I still have a few minutes? My time is up, unfortunately. Goodness.
Yes, sir.
My time is up, yes?
Yes, sir, but you can still round up, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, so that is the bounce and the retain, what they call it, part of your funnel, meaning you need to, let's use Seller for example. Seller has an amazing feature that I really, really like, meaning if somebody tries to buy from you, right, you can then see who tried to buy but didn't go through with it. So what it means is that you can track the person and reach out to the person. For us, we have what we call the customer support system. The customer support system basically is, if anybody search for us, if anybody, there are tools out there and they're not for free. There are tools out there that can use to monitor sales, even people who viewed your page, people who searched about you, or people who want to know about your product. You can then reach out to these people. You can call them or email them. You can take this. Google is actually a very, very powerful tool that most people don't know about. If you know how to use it very well, you can then see what people are searching for, what people are looking for, and be able to then do what position in that line. So you need to put that into consideration. What's your bounce but retain strategy or techniques that people, when people do not buy, you call them, you follow up, and you are still maintaining that contact, so that the more you are in their face, I assume, that's why I didn't talk about this. I assume that we know that a sales funnel, basically their phases of sales funnel, that is the brand awareness phase, the interest phase, the conversion phase, and the retainership phase. I assume that we already know that. So I'm not going, that's why I didn't even talk about that. I didn't talk about a lot of things about sales funnels and what we call the sales pipeline. I didn't go into that because I assume we know it. But if you don't know it, you want to just ask Prosperity. He will find a way to make sure that you get my book, The Godfather Sales Strategy. So, but I'm going to pause now. I'm going to then maybe if I'm invited some other time, I'm going to teach, because I'm already eating into other people's. I'm 7 minutes past my time and eating into other people's session time. So that is it. I wish I had the time to share everything I want to share. We have Training Course Bundle, where I took my time to explain these things in details. We have Godfather Selling Secrets. I also taught a lot about closing sales and all that. And for this book that I'm just promoting right now, which is below 1,000 naira, is Godfather's sales strategy, which you can get and learn all the things I've shared and more, even beyond what I've shared. Okay, I'm sorry I couldn't share more than I or how I plan to share, because I'm just coming back and I just dive right into this. Okay, so thank you so much for your time. Thank you for having me. God bless you. Prosperity, over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. It was an amazing experience with you. Very, very and educating. We look forward to putting very good points, and we look forward to reading and getting the Godfather series. So, Mr. Desmond is active on social media. No, he's active on social media. If you search for Billionaire Dash, you should be able to find him. And
I'm
also,
not I'm not
also
active
for
on social media. You guys are not giving money on social media. I'm not active. You just get my direct line and reach me. Okay. Prosperity, next
uh,
time give me 1 hour minimum for my session. 1 hour, 30 minutes for my session. So I can teach
all
what I want to teach. Okay. I need to go
right.
around. Okay, thank you so much. Have an amazing one. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye, sir. All right, so guys, I'm going to share the link through which you can reach Sir Desmond. I'm going to share the link through which you can reach Sir Desmond for further engagement. Okay, so I'm going to share the link through which you can reach Sir Desmond, and this session has been amazing. And by 8:20, we'll be having Fortune Nnamdi join us on this live session. We're supposed to be having Festus Ogonegbu. We should look at email marketing together. However, due to some circumstances beyond our control, we'll not be able to join us today. But we are looking at scheduling a session um to future sessions. So, however, let's just go through a run through over all that we've gone through today. So, share with me, what have you learned so far on sales funnels? What have you learned so far on building a sales funnel? So, remember on the course, we took a very good look at what a sales funnel is, and we kind of explained it as that point, that system, a systematic process through which you take a cold audience, you take cold audience, people who might have interest in your product, and you put them through the system, and at the end you make them take that buying decision. So how do you take them through the system? So I'd like to get what has been your experience on this so far, and what have you learned? So let's go over it. And yeah, if you have any questions, please share them. The ones that I can answer with you, yeah, sure, and the other ones that you like to share with. So I'd like you to share your questions with me, and also share what you've learned so far on the session. I'd like you to share them with me now. Yeah. So a sales funnel is, like I said earlier, it's an absolutely great system that was discovered years ago by some amazing marketers. And when it comes to marketing, the reason why many people see marketing as a kind of fake stuff, and many people see it vague and take it as though it's not important, is because there are so many marketers out there that promise fake results. And like Sade said, some other people would even go any length to do the scamming, the spamming, fake advertising and all. They do the fake advertising and all just to get results. However, as Genius Digital marketers, it's a very, very fun process that you are able to convert someone who's interested. I guess I'm back now. Can you see me, guys? Okay, can you see me? Sorry, kind of struggling with my network. Okay, I guess you can see me now. All right, so for you to be a real digital marketer, for you to even be able to be confident, because I think many people are just, they see the short term and they just look at the whole journey on a very short basis. Because if you're a digital marketer, there's a very long destination you can achieve. You can become a CMO, you can raise amazing companies that will end up becoming billion dollar startups and all. However, for you to be able to achieve that, you need to have a track record, you need to be able to show what you have done. You know, the most painful thing in life when working with organization is that when you leave there, you don't have anything to show. But for you to have something to show, you need to have a combating system that proves and shows results. And the sales funnel is just that thing, because everywhere online there are people interested in our products one way or the other. But how exactly do we move them from just being interested to eventually taking that buying decision, for them to actually put their hands in their pocket and make that payment, for them to make that transaction, where we are now converting marketing into sales? This is what we call a sales funnel. So it starts from the place of awareness. This is where you get people interested in your products. This is where you get people aware that you are providing a solution to their problem. And if you look at these things that are shared with us here, the very first one I would like us to take a very good look at is 1 second. Okay, the first one that we should take a very good look at is that don't just sell a product, sell a solution. You have to really understand that your customers are not really interested in what your product has to offer. They are not really concerned about your products. They are more concerned about the change it's bringing into their lives. If you read the book by Seth Godin, the book by Seth Godin, that book, This is Marketing, that book really emphasized on the fact that when it comes to marketing, it's about you bringing a change. It's about you shining a light into the life of people. Whatever product or service you are selling out there, somebody needs it, somebody is suffering for it, somebody really needs that value. But first and foremost, you need to profile yourself as a solution and not like you are just emphasizing on their problem. So first and foremost, you are not to sell a product, but focus on selling a solution. So you should look at understanding the way that product you need to look at understanding the way that product solves their problem. Then you present it to them and make them aware that you are the solution to whatever problem it is they are facing. That's the very first step, awareness. Then next off, you need to stimulate their interest and convince them. That's the second step. You need to convince them that your product is what they need. You need to convince them that your product is what they need to solve that problem. So first off, you sold the solution. Next, you are convincing them that you are the right one. And you do this by showing them testimonials. You do this by showing them your track record, what you have done. If you are working with an organization, you need to show that you are capable. Exactly. You need to show that you are capable of providing that solution to them. That's where convincing. You need to show them what is unique about you providing that solution to them. Why they should choose you over thousands and millions of others. Because in this digital world, I think I'm still going to use an analogy later. In this digital world, you should know there are so many options out there. If you are doing something, there are countless people doing the same thing as you. So why exactly should they choose you over every other person? Why exactly should they choose you over every other person? That's exactly where you now have to position yourself and show them and convince them that you are capable. Is it the unique thing you do in your process? Remember when Desmond and Festus came here to talk about branding? It's like you can really your unique selling point, that thing unique about you can be what will really stand you out and make them choose you. So when they choose you, many people are at that point where they are like, oh, I want to purchase from this brand, but for so many reasons they don't make that buying decision. That's where you now have to really take that place where you have to get them make the decision and take action. This is where the real work is. So, and this can also be easily solved. This could be just with the words you use, buy now, your call to action, your buttons and all. And it could also be in your follow-up messages. Many people want to buy, but there's a marketing principle that says people don't buy stuff until they've seen it the seventh time. That means they have to see it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So maybe somebody has become aware, and then the person has already been convinced about you, but then the person has not made the buying decision. Then let them see you again and again and again. You see, the people you buy from are the people you see the most. Let me just say that's just the fact. Even when it comes to advertising, when it comes to visibility is just key. Visibility is king actually. So you need to show up as much as possible. So recently I've just been watching strategies of top, and I just know that's the principle. If you really want to win in this game of business, or you want to really be ahead of your competitors, be more visible than they are, show up more than they show up. So there's this thing they call market share, there's this thing they call mind share. For you to be able to gain the most market share, you have to get the most mind share. How do you get mind share? By getting people to see you again and again. So that's why the number of times you post on social media really does matter. Because if you're in competition with an organization that is posting 3 times a day, and you are posting 1 time a day, and you are posting to the same customer in the same location, you are targeting the same Nigerians, they will definitely have more mind share and eventually more market share than you do. So the number of times you really show up really determines the number of times, it really determines the more customers decide to choose you and work with you. So when it has come to that point of making that buying decision, you need to make sure that you show up as many times as possible, you show up as consistently as possible, and you follow up. Yeah, that's very key. So let me now give you a practical example of this full picture of a funnel. So if you don't go through a practical example, it's going to seem so big and you might not be able to really understand it. So let's assume, let's take a business that is selling, let's take a business, I'm trying to see. So let's take a business that sells what kind of essential can we choose? Let's say food. Yeah, let's take a business that sells food as an example. First and foremost, for that business to be able to build an effective funnel, they have to find that point of attraction. Remember, what is going to all of that billions of people on social media? Okay, let's start. Let's say they are targeting the Nigerian market. There are 200 million people in Nigeria, but only 50 million people are using the internet and are capable of paying for that product and service. How can they attract that 50 million people to start buying from them? Those 50 million people are on Instagram and they want that 50 million people to buy from them. So how can they attract them exactly? So the first thing is going to be for them to make an attractive package, for them to get what they call a lead magnet. I'm sure you've heard that word time and time again, for them to make what they call a lead magnet. So a lead magnet is something like an offer that is just kind of unique and different, either free or cheap, but something that is it's exceptional. It's not a normal kind of offering to a customer. So you create a lead magnet. A lead magnet could be, you see, so many of these organizations you buy food from, they do it for us very well. You just see this, their flyer and design that says something like, oh, I wish I could show you a practical example. How I wish I could just upload something for you to see on the screen. So you just see that they come up with this amazing picture that says, buy rice and beans, so sorry, buy jollof rice and chicken and coke for 800 naira. So, and you just do something like that and put it on social media. Do you get? And it gets you attracted. You're like, wow, this is insanely crazy. This is very cheap. You get? It's different from the normal package you'd ever see. So that's the first point, attraction. They get your attention. Then when they get your attention, they direct you. On that kind, it's going to, most times they'll run adverts on that, they'll post it on their social media, they'll use content marketing, use advertising, push it out. Then immediately you see, the next thing they do is they direct you. They direct you to where you can make the order, which most times is the landing page. Do you get the gist? So first one is an attraction, the lead magnet, something very amazing that's going to attract your audience, something cheaper that you will find anywhere, or something that is just so unique that it's going to seem like they are gaining over you. You get? That's a lead magnet. Then you attract them. Then when they see that point of attraction, you give them a call to action. You don't tell them to go, you don't just tell them to buy immediately or something, but you direct them somewhere. And when you direct them, they come to a landing page most times. On that landing page, they see more information about the product. You make them realize that the product is real. This is the place of convincing. I hope you get the gist now. This is the place of convincing. You tell them why the food is real, how the food tastes, what's unique about the food, how they can get it quickly to their location in just 10 or 15 minutes. You get all of those specs, and you show them testimonials, what people are saying about this food. You've convinced them, right? You've stimulated their interest, and you've eventually made them, like, in their brain. Like, you see, when he was trying to analyze the brain, you see, when it comes to marketing, these are some things you have to know. Marketing is much deeper than just the just a few actions. Their marketing deals with behavior, marketing deals with psychology, marketing deals with the way people think. So something that can be very helpful for you is when you really take your time out to study the human brain, when you really take your time out to understand why people make decisions. You see, demography is one thing, but psychography is another thing entirely. And if you want to understand psychography, you have to really sit down and understand it seriously. So, but when you go and when these people come to this place and you've stimulated them, you've taken them through that process, they've seen that you are really the right one for them. You've convinced them, you've shown them that you are the right one for them from everything on this landing page. Then give them the call to action. You give them the call to action that buy now, 800 naira. You see the button where they can just buy immediately, and it's stressless. Do you get? It's stressless, and immediately they make the buying decision, and boom, you've got it. Now you've converted an ordinary person who's just scrolling through social media to somebody that has eventually bought your product, and that's the goal of marketing. If you are not making money from it, if it's not converting to finances, to ROI, to returns, then it is not marketing. It is absolutely not marketing. Do you get? So marketing actually is the process of finding people, getting their interest, getting them interested in your product. Then you eventually now integrate sales into it and convert it to buying where there is already conversion. So whatever product it may be, a software, hardware, there is always a way you can create a funnel. So the picture every marketer should have is, first and foremost, who is my ideal client? Who are the people I'm trying to sell to? Where are they located? How can I reach them? Then that's when you now begin to go about your content marketing, email marketing, website, social media. Then after that, you now take them through, you now create a funnel they have to go through. What's that free thing they see? When they see that free thing, how can they go to my landing page? And you know the fun thing about a sales funnel can be reintegrated into each other. So let me give you a practical example. Let's say that food, like you can really capture a lot of value from a customer if you are a really good marketer. So let's say that food now, they've seen that food and so just 1,000 naira. But after they bought that 1,000 naira today, tomorrow they will definitely be hungry. You can send a follow-up email to them and tell them that, okay, you bought food yesterday, why don't you buy from us today again? And this food is also still amazing. You enjoyed yesterday food, buy another one today. And the following day, you show them a food that costs 1,500 because it's seeming cheap to them. You give them another offer and another offer and another offer, so you eventually drive the whole value from the customer. So what I actually think many times is when a customer is getting into your funnel, you should be able to identify the value of a customer, like how much you really be able to make from a customer, providing that they spend a certain period of time in your funnel. That's like the lifetime value of a customer. So when a customer is coming into your funnel, you should be able to identify. So for instance, you as a RUMONEY student, when you are getting into our funnel, you should be able to say, okay, you joined us from free, and from free, we are going to be able to drive out 550,000 naira if you work with us over 5 years. You get? And that after that time, the customer will go. You should also know that no customer stays with you for life. It is not real. It's just like all customers have their lifetime. They will definitely be returning customers, but you should be able to picture and know the end when you've already, because if a customer remains with you forever, it definitely means you've not provided enough value for them, that you've improved their life to the extent where they can now go forward. So you should be able to identify how much and how long a customer will stay in your hand. Then you can now build a sales funnel that will take them through this process. This certain process is what so many businesses and so many organizations in Africa are not intentional about, and they are just so active and they are just so angry about them showing up every day, them trying to sell, and they keep struggling. But if a business can really take their time to sit down and begin to identify different ways they can really derive value from a customer, right from a free offering or from a lead magnet to their low value offers, then keep taking them higher and higher and higher till you eventually derive the final value from them. And I tell you guys, this is very, very amazing. And this is where marketing strategy comes in. When we get to next week and we discuss about marketing strategy, you understand it. I believe that the real marketers, the real guys who are balling and people who ball in marketing strategy, and I tell you, it's a very, very amazing field, and top organizations are really ready to pay anything as long as you know your way around it. So, and marketing strategies work you to in charge. So many people think it's just about the implementation, the execution, and the hard work. Sorry, the real work is when you really sit down and get that full picture. Then you're not able to go about implementing everything. That way, you become an exceptional digital marketer, highly sought after, and you definitely pull results for whatever client you work with. So when it comes with a sales funnel, you have to really look at how you can take people from the first place where they get to see about your product, make them aware, take them to consideration to eventually take a decision. But it doesn't end that decision. Make them buy again, and again. So the goal of marketing is not acquisition. The goal of marketing is actually retention. We want to get repeating customers. Do you get? So when it comes to marketing, it's a very big field. Be ready to learn so much more and be ready to expose yourself actually. So when you are working with an organization, try to understand what are their offerings, who are their target audience, and what's the sales funnel we can build around this. Then begin to see how you can begin putting this process and structure in place. So marketing is about system and structures. When you have firm and strong structures, when you have stuff that is built properly, you would absolutely be able to derive a whole lot of value. And obviously, you have an insane growth path as a marketer. So now let's discuss email marketing. Guys, I hope you got value from this amazing session. I hope you got some value from this amazing session. I'd like you to share with me what you've learned so far. I'd like you to share with me what you shared so far. And like this, if you are here, I can see only 8 likes here. I want to see 15, 16 likes. From 8:20, Fortune Nnamdi will be joining us here to discuss how you can generate leads for a business. So this is another fun concept when it comes to lead generation that a lot of businesses are so worried about and they don't understand. How do you generate leads? Because now you can be a social media marketer. You can have vanity metrics. That's what they call vanity metrics. And even leads at times too can be a vanity metrics. You just be having thousands of followers and all, and you're not converting any sales. But what's the true way to how you can generate leads that will eventually convert to sales? So what are the systems and structures you need to put in place that will generate leads for you? That is what we have to discuss today with Fortune Nnamdi from 8:20, and I hope you'll be here with me to enjoy the amazing session. So if you are here, like this session, share on the community. I'm pleading with you to share on the, okay, now you guys are very good guys. I can see your likes. So share on the community, tell everybody. And also, if you are on this session and you've not subscribed to this channel, that's all right. So subscribe and screenshot and share with everybody on the community that the live session is still on and there's a whole lot of value going down here. So let's discuss about email marketing in the next 10 minutes. So what do you know about email? So tell me, what do you know about email? So like when I became a bit smart, I just got to understand that the whole world was built on emails. Like everybody every day simply engage via email. Every important message you expect is gotten through email. Literally every important message. Like if you are registering for something in school, your email is just that unique identity, is that unique place, that messaging place. It's like the messenger that everybody has. But the question now is, how can you as a business person, how can you as a digital marketer leverage email to reach your customers very, very easily? So let me give you a practical example. The power of emails is so powerful and is so strong that if you are building on social media and you are not building on email, you might be making a mistake. So let me give you a practical example. On social media, you can make a post, and social media is like a rented platform. Let me explain, Sha. So on social media, you can make a post, and there will be immediately you make your post. The people that are engaging with your post, they are expecting like 50. They see your post, and immediately after there's like 50 or whatever number of posts, and they are just scrolling. You get social media is just a place where people scroll and like her. And you can make a post, you can have 20 or 50,000 followers. You can make a post, and the algorithm should work in a way that only 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 out of your whole followers will see it. Do you know that, or do you agree with that? Or you get it? The social media success rate is very, because it depends on algorithm. Do you get? It's not necessarily your post might not necessarily reach everybody. That's the thing about social media. Your post might not necessarily reach everybody. But the thing about email is As long as you are using the right email marketing software, your emails will eventually reach everybody. So a email list, because okay, on social media you have followers, but when it comes to email marketing, you have email lists. So let's start from there. You have email lists. So the email list is where you find your email list is where you find everybody. Your email list is a place where you can bring all your social media followers. Is a place where you can bring everybody. You can begin generating lists there and begin to engage with your customer more. And let me tell you, the success rate of a email list is far higher, of like in conversion and getting your customers to take action, is far higher than the social media posts. Because email is what people look out to, people engage with, and it's very, very, very easy to convert. So first and foremost, how can you get started with email marketing? First off, you have to get a good email marketing software. There are countless versions out there, but email marketing software are usually paid. There is Aweber. You can share with us any example you know. There's Aweber, there's MailChimp, there's GetResponse, there's Flowdesk. There are so many amazing email marketing software. And even organizations or anybody you are working with, the best way they use to reach people is actually through emails. So first and foremost, get a good email marketing software, because it's going to be one thing when you have an email list and you don't have a means of reaching them. You don't, like, it's so terrible if you have an email list and you don't have a means of reaching them. So first there's this platform called BEEHID. It's for content creators. So if you're on social media, your thoughts right now should be, how can I convert my followers? If you have followers, let's say 1K above, how can I convert my followers to an email list? So you should start putting systems in place. So on a typical email marketing software, you are able to create mails. You're able to create mails that when you send from one place, it will reach everybody on your email list, thousands, tens of thousands, and it will be personalized. You get? Instead of me just saying, hello Genius, this, I can say hello Barry Befi, I can say hello Angela, I can say hello Cynthia, and it will come into your mails like that. And it's only one I wrote. I only wrote hello something, and it just went down to everybody like that. That's something very, very unique about email marketing. It allows you to send personalized outreaches to people via email, and it's very, very effective in converting your client. So the unique thing about email marketing is you can send multiple landing pages. Remember I told you that when you have a funnel, you might need to when you have a funnel, there's a place where you call a landing page, where after people have gotten interest, you can now send information to them. You can take them to that landing page to get them interested. But with an email, it's like you are sending multiple landing pages to people again and again for follow-up. It's like you are sending, so it's like you are sending multiple landing pages to them again and again for conversion. And it's a very, very effective place of reaching out to people. But when it comes to email, you also have to know that it's also a game of attention, even though it's not as serious as that of social media. But countless people have countless of mails every single day. How exactly can you reach out to them with the best outreach? So the first one is a good headline. A good headline is not just attractive headline, but a relevant, attractive headline. So you have to send a headline. So first and foremost, people on your email list, make sure. So okay, first, how do you even get people on your email list? The first one is through social media. So you can create a landing page and tell people to join your email list. You can create a lead magnet. You can create a lead magnet around your email list. So something like, we share, let's say it's a food business, we share hygienic tips or unique ways you can cook amazing food, different variations of food, or we share cooking recipes via mail. Access our 30-page cooking recipe, or you get so many amazing things. You can create something like that, a lead magnet, and tell them that for them to get it, they should join your email and run a campaign on it. Get 500, 1,000 people. And when they're already in your mail, you welcome them. Then you start with giving them a relevant, attractive headline. Don't just send, the problem about email is you can send spammy stuff. Please, Try to avoid that as much as possible. Send relevant headlines that are attractive as well. So it should be something solving a problem right from the start. Let them see it right from the headline, because when you get the email notification, you get it at the top of your phone and just get to tune and you're able to check it and see something. So first and foremost, start with a very good, relevant, attractive headline. And when they see that, they also get into your mail. Then the next step is going to be personalize your email. Don't just send it generic. Don't just send generic stuff. Don't just say, hello everyone, I have 3 minutes left, but I'm going to rush now. So don't make it spammy or stuff like that. Be very, very personalized. Every chance you get to make that email more close to the person. Then another thing about email is email too is content. I want you to know that email marketing is also content marketing. We are doing content marketing via email. Remember, content is just information. So it's like you passing me information via email. And when it comes to good content, there are some values of good content. Good content is relevant, just like I said earlier. Then good content is easy to read and understandable. So don't send a mail to somebody that is carrying all the information in the world, please. Send an email that is very clear and very understandable. My advice, make it as short as possible and easily readable. People are going through your emails and they have so many other things to do every day. Their attention span is very short. So with a brief look on your mail, they should be able to get the value you are trying to pass to them. And I advise that when you are sending mails, make it educative, just like social media posts. When you're making such, when you're sending mails, make sure it's valuable. Make sure it's something that is helping people. Don't just always send mails with the while making efforts to make people just buy by force. No, send mails with the effort, or try by making efforts to really help these people and improve the quality of their lives in the way you can. So when you send those mails, make sure that they are easy to read, easy to understand. Don't just give us words here and there. So make it easy to read through. The next one is, like Sade said, have one offer. Don't come up with too many offerings. And also, when you are creating the mail, please don't add heavy images, heavy videos that when it gets to their mail, it becomes very hard. And I don't know if you've gotten those kind of mail that they will look cracky and you'll just be seeing some images that are struggling. So if you are using a good mail platform, a good email marketing platform like MailChimp, it will help you reduce the size. Everything it will let you know that this thing is heavy and helps you reduce the size. So it's like, I'm not sure if you've practicalized this thing, but after this session, I'm going to share some links in the group. Go and check them out. MailChimp, Beehive, and so many other platforms. Just explore with them. If you know how to use this thing very well, it's going to give you a lot of advantage when working with organizations. So break these things down, and when you are sending out mails, make sure you're not putting out too many offers. Know that you can send mails as many times as possible. You can send money. So you can send mails as many times as possible. You can send 5 mails in a week. I prefer and advise you that you communicate with your target audience more, with the people on your list more than even your social media, if you already have a list, and focus on growing that list. If you are sending out a mail, make sure you are giving nothing more than one offer. Focus on one clear offer and give them directive. No. So give a very clear call to action. Give them a very clear call to action. This is exactly what we want you to do at the end of your mail. And lastly, I think this is something I wanted to see and I can't remember as well again. But when you are sending a mail, always make sure that, yes, not that a mail also works like social media. You can get people to share your content on mail. Don't just think that, oh, I only have 1,000 emails and I can only communicate with this 1,000. No, even if it's 200 you have, if you provide good content to them, you can give them the call to action to share, to give it to more people, to communicate with more people as well. Do you get? So don't be scared to share. And when you share, those people are going to join your email list again. So create very, very good content. Like focus your content marketing on your email list. Like come up with good ideas, educate them, provide relevant content, improve the quality of their lives through your content. And from there, they begin to engage with you. From there, they begin to engage with you more, and eventually you can make them buy from you. So like a email is just like a gold mine. The email is like a good mine. For instance, for this room monitoring, although there were points where we had some issues, but some mails we sent, if it was a social media post, I would say, everybody, we've given you the scholarship, oh yeah, joining right now. Many people will have not seen it, but when we sent the mail, like over 50% saw it. over 50% of everyone saw it. Do you get? So it's like it gives you a more quality control over your audience and you can easily reach them. But so many things matter. The way your headline looks like matter, how personalized it is matter, and make sure you are not trying. If you are too spammy, your email platform too will not let it get to them. And some other things you should know is going to include, make sure you get a domain email, a domain backed email. Yeah, this is just a very good tip that many people don't know. It's going to help make your email marketing more seamless. Make sure you get a very good email marketing software too. There are so many of them out there, but make sure you get the best out there. And next one is make sure you get a domain backed email. So rather than just using a at gmail.com, which is a generic kind of email, you can get a at card, like at your name.co. For instance, something like prosperity at rumoney.com. Do you get? That's a different kind of email. And like it is a domain backed email, and that one is going to help. It's going to give you more, going to make you more verifiable. No, it's not here. I'll tell you when it's here. So so many things can be achieved through an email, and you can make email marketing a part of your funnel. Okay, it's here with us now. So you can make email marketing a part of your funnel, where you continuously follow up on your target audience of the people who've gotten into your funnel again and again, giving them more offers, educating them, providing value to them, and building that very, very amazing network. So yeah, right now we are going to be looking at a very, very, very amazing topic and concept. We are going to be having Fortune Nnamdi join us on this show, and we are going to be looking together at how to generate leads for your business, how to generate leads, amazing tips around generating leads for your business. So, guys, if you're excited, I want you to drop some fire. I want you to value your excitement on the scale of fire. So, Sir Fortune will be joining us upstage in a bit now. Awesome, Emanuela. And yeah, make a screenshot and go and share it on the community. Tell everybody that if they are not here, they are really missing out. If you are not here, you are missing out absolutely. You are missing out absolutely. Yeah, so we are having Sir Fortune join us on stage right now, and we are going to be discussing 7 tips for generating leads as for a business. Yeah. Mr. Fortune, are you here, sir? Okay. Can you see us, sir?
Yeah, prosperity. Thank you for the invite.
Good evening, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. It's awesome having you here, sir.
Thank you for the invite, Chief. So when it's time for me to proceed,
Yes,
just
sir.
let me. I'll proceed.
Yes, sir. It's time, sir. We're happy to have you join us, and we love you to share. We love you to share with us the amazing tips we can use to grow as digital marketers. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for the invite. So if you can hear me, type I can hear you. Let's proceed. We have about 30 minutes to do what we need to do. If you can hear me, type I can hear you. If you can hear me, type I can hear you. Let's okay. Room money, thank you. Emmanuel Ifebuchi, thank you. Makanjuala, Olaoluwa, thank you. Olawale, thank you. Okay, let's proceed. Lead generation. Basically, lead gen is just a combination of two words, lead and generation, which means to generate leads. Okay, and there are two major ways to generate leads. It can either be organic or paid advertisement. I'm just going to share in the basics and then give a run through of every single thing. And I'm not pitching anything to you, okay? So there's nothing I'm selling in this particular class. If you want to buy something, you know where to go and find the course. I just want to teach you and ensure that you learn a thing or two. Now, there are two ways to generate leads, either organic or paid. Organic is the process whereby you generate lots of leads without having to spend money on advertisements, where you are not spending a dime, where you are not paying Facebook, where you are not paying Google, where you are not paying any application, where you are not paying Twitter. Okay, it's just for free. This is where you use things like endorsements. This is when you use things like referrals. This is when you use things like contests and all that. Use WhatsApp, etc. Then paid advertisement is a very fast way to generate a lot of leads. Okay, I'm not here to tell you about the advantages and disadvantages, but I personally, I'm more of an organic guy because organic tends to, in the long run, win. Okay, but if you need to make a lot of money within a short time, then paid is what's in it for you. Okay, paid helps you to double down. Paid helps you to make a lot of money within a short time. Organic, the effect of organic is high. The impact on people is very high. So a lot of you who know me, who have probably heard about me, most likely you got to know about me not via an ad, but because I reached out to you organically without spending any amount of money on ad. Why paid advertisement is anyone that has to do with money, right? Where you pay money to get your content shown to a lot of persons. Talk about Facebook ads, talk about Twitter ads, talk about YouTube ads. And a lot of persons have gone into TikTok ads, have TikTok ads, etc. A lot, right? Anything that has to do with paid. We have influencer marketing, persons leveraging on other influencers, WhatsApp, status to generate leads. But then there's something I need to tell you real quick. Something I need to tell you real quick. Lead gen is a very dicey thing, but then it's more about the leads you are generating than the number, okay? The quality of those leads. Whenever I teach lead gen, I'm always more about quality leads. When you generate a lead that is not quality, every energy, time, money you've put into generating that lead is more like a waste. A lead that is not quality cannot buy from you. And we can all agree that the reason why we're running any form of advertisement is to make money. Okay. The reason why you are doing whatever you are doing is because you want to make money. That's the fact. So a lead that is not quality cannot pay you. But then what then is a quality lead? I always tell people that whenever I want to talk about quality lead, there are just two criteria, okay? A quality lead is a person who is interested in your offer and can afford it. These are the two criteria that person must meet up in order to be classified as a quality lead. So that individual must be interested in your offer. That's one. Two, they must be able to afford it. That's two. If somebody is interested in your offer and cannot afford it, then they are not your target audience. If someone can afford it and they are not interested, then they are not a target audience. For instance, a lot of you have things to sell. You're a graphic designer, you charge for it, okay? And you are well-meaning. I can afford your service, but I'm not interested in you doing it for me. That makes me not to be a quality lead. I'm not a quality prospect. All right. There's a big difference between a lead and a prospect anyway. A prospect is more like a lead that has been qualified. A prospect is more like a lead that has been qualified. So the prospect is the person between the lead and the client. The client is somebody who has paid you. A prospect is somebody that has the potential to pay you. And a lead is just a random guy that has come in contact with you. So you have to learn how to move them from leads to a qualified prospect, and then from a prospect to a client. Now, your traffic, your lead gen is what brings the lead. Okay. Your nurturing, your priming is what moves them from a lead to a prospect. And then your closing is what moves them from prospect to client. So it means that if you don't know how to close, if you don't know how to sell, generating those leads you generated will waste. Those potential buyers who are prospects will not buy from you. So I always advise people, learn how to generate leads, learn how to turn these leads into prospects using content. Okay, any form of content. I'm going to go deep into it. Then also learn how to close these persons. The last, I think the last 7 calls I've jumped on this week, I had 100% conversion rate. It's almost impossible at this point in my life to not close whoever I jump on a call with. My last 7 to 15 calls, I've had 100% conversion rate. I've not had anybody tell me no, simply because I qualify my prospects. They've gone through a lot of process that makes it impossible for me to jump on a call with somebody who does not have the potential to pay me what I am worth. We are not here to talk about how to qualify prospect. We're here to talk about how to generate leads. Okay. So one of the things you need to understand is that If you are going to generate leads organically, then you will have to build a strong persona. You have to build a strong personal brand, because if it's organic, then if your brand is not strong, people would not be buying, people would not come in contact with you. Okay, you have to be the guy who everybody's talking about. You have to be the guy who has helped a lot of persons. You have to be the guy who has impacted a lot of persons. You have to be the guy who has influenced a lot of persons. So if you are going organic, then your personal brand will be your biggest asset. If you are going paid, then how much money you have and the expertise of whoever is running the ad is going to be your biggest advantage. So you see, there are two different games, and these two different games require different skill sets. If you are going organic, you will need to have a very strong personal brand. You need to master the art of spreading your influence within a short period of time. And if you are going paid, it means you need to have lots of money to run your ad, and you need to meet somebody who is very skilled in Facebook advertisements. Okay. Although I know a lot of you who are here, you want to learn how to generate leads organically. That's why you are here. Let me see what's going on in the comment section. Okay, nothing much. I always tell people that I believe content creators are the most important, or one of the most important set of persons online, not even the sales guys, because everything that is online is a result of content. When you come online, what you are searching for is content. Okay, you are either coming online to create content or to consume content. In fact, the whole world, the whole internet revolves on content. When you go on what's it called, on Google, you search for something, what you are looking for is content. When you go on TikTok, you are looking for a video content. Okay, so one of the best and most reliable way of generating leads is by additional quality content that attracts people to you. And you have to be very, very intentional about the kind of contents you release. I need you to understand that the quality of your content will determine the quality of leads that comes to you. Every follower you have online is a lead. Every follower you have online is a lead. So when you go through my Twitter now, for instance, my tweets are of very high quality. My threads are of very high quality. As soon as we are done with this class, I'll be dropping 2 threads before I sleep. I have a target of 3 threads every day for the next 3 months. I've dropped just 1 thread today, and I have 2 more threads to drop. Now, my threads are of very high quality, thereby bringing quality leads to me, who in the long run will buy from me. So what kind of content do you put out there? What kind of content? And you need to understand that when you are putting out content, right, it's a value game. And people only move towards the direction in which they find value. There are some tweets I see on Twitter that I can never like. Not because the tweets are not well-meaning, but it's because it's not value to me. And this goes to say that value is relative, okay? I'm talking very fast. I'm trying to be very fast because we have a lot to cover. And I'll be ending this session before 9 p.m. So I have to be as fast as I can. So I want to believe, can you guys vibe with my speed? Can you vibe with my speed? Please let me know. If you can vibe with my speed, let me know. Because I'm trying to double down on my speed. I have a lot to catch up with tonight. I need your comments. Am I too fast? Am I too slow? Is the speed okay? I need to know. I need feedback. Okay. Okay, Uni said yes. Olaoluwa said yes. RUMONEY said they are following. Okay, then let me proceed then. So I need you to understand that value is relative, very, very relative. What is value to prosperity is not value to me. What is value to Emmanuel Omale, I guess I pronounced the name very well, is not value to me. Okay, so we all have the range of quality content that can be termed to be value. And there are many ways to dish out value. Okay, now because value is relative, it means what is value to you is not value to your audience, and what is value to your audience is not value to you. So one of the greatest skill a person would have online is to master how to know what is value to their audience and master how to dish it out. You also need to understand that if you keep dropping quality content online, right? The state of mind of your prospects, of your audience will be upgraded. And it means that if this is true, what they call value today will not be value in the month of August. I don't know if you understood what I just said. Let me say it again. If you follow me on Twitter now, for instance, and you follow my tweets, let's say you turn on notifications, right? And you follow my tweets for the next 3 months, you are going to have an insane mind shift. You are going to become a badass salesperson who has mastered the art of lead gen, right? You are going to learn how to get a lot of sales calls running. And in the next 3 months, which is the month of July, if I'm not mistaken, you would have become a way better version of your current self. It now goes to say that in the month of July, what you will consider to be value will be very much different from what you consider to be value today. And that goes to say that my greatest skill will now be knowing what you consider value per time and mastering how to deliver it to you per time. A lot of people who are doing well online, they grow stale, they lose influence because their value, the quality of their value is stale, is static, is not progressive. So if you notice, what I taught about sales last year is not what I'm teaching about sales this year, and is not what I will teach about sales next year. So what do you see value to be? You need to master, what I just said now. If you don't understand it, every single thing I'm going to say in this session, you are most likely not going to understand it. Value is relative, the value is progressive. I'm going to say it again. Value is relative and value is progressive. What was value to you in GS1? What you struggle to understand in GSS1? You would all agree with me that in SS2 it was way below you. It's no longer value to you. That's how it is in the online space. The classes I paid for 2 years ago, I can't pay for them now. In fact, majority of my proteges cannot pay for them now, simply because they've outgrown that value. Is it still value? Yes, but you need to understand that people outgrow value. People outgrow value. If people outgrow value, it means you will need to constantly keep taking in content. There's something I tell people. See, I happen to be somebody who I love learning a lot, right? I have a lot of books. I watch a lot of videos. I play games. I observe a lot of things. And November this year is going to make it 7 years of watching YouTube videos every single day without missing one day. Now, the reason why I can do this is because I understand the consequence of delaying learning. Every time you don't learn, you die. So I make it a commitment. I made it a commitment to ensure that every single day I must learn something new. The way I was last week is not the way I am now. So one of the most authentic way of generating leads is by releasing quality content. And not just quality content, but the format in which you release this content is very, very important. We have audio content, we have video content, we have text-based content. So what you are learning now, you're getting value. If not, you would have left, right? And this is me releasing content to you in the video format. So there are persons you learn from that you've never seen their write up. There are persons you learn from, you've never listened to their podcast, but then you've always been watching their videos. People like Grant Cardone, people like Vusi Tempekwayo, people like Dan Locke. It means that they've been giving you value using videos. And then there are persons you learn from audio-based podcasts that you've never watched their videos, you don't even know how they look like. And then there are persons you've always been reading their threads, you've always been reading their tweets, but you don't know how they look like. So you need to decide what works for you. Prosperity is the LinkedIn guy, meaning he does more of text than audio, than video. And if you ever get to see him live or watch his video, it's because you've been around his text long enough to believe him to deliver in a live session. For instance, this is the first time I'm seeing his face. I've never seen his face before in a video setting. So this is the first time I'm seeing his face. And what it does is that it strengthens relationship. Let me explain. The best way to connect with a person or to bond with a person is physically, the second best way is over a video, right? It can be just like we're doing now, a class, it can be a webinar, it can be a video call, right? The next best way is audio over the phone call, etc., right? Live chat. And then the last way is over the text. Some of you, after listening to me today, you will have a stronger bond with my personality, with who I am, and you are most likely going to gravitate towards me than towards the opposite of me. Because to a large extent, there's going to be this increased bond because you have gotten to see me, right? And you can now, match it up with my text and so on and so forth. So you need to master how to create content. You need to master how to deliver content. And you need to master how the form in which you have to deliver content. So one thing I tell people is you have to decide WhatsApp and one other platform for a start. It can be WhatsApp and TikTok. It can be WhatsApp and Twitter. For instance, now I'm doing more of Twitter, okay? It can be WhatsApp and Facebook. It can be WhatsApp and YouTube. It can be WhatsApp and LinkedIn. When you've decided, you now need to ask yourself, how frequent do I have to engage my audience? If it's WhatsApp status, do I need to teach 5 times a day? If it's Twitter, do I need to I drop an average of 9 to 12 tweets every day. I drop an average of 3 threads per day. I engage in an average of 5 to 10 tweets per day. Now, this is how I've decided to frequently engage that particular platform. You need to decide how frequent you want to engage. If every thread brings you, let's say, 50 followers, then it's wisdom to write more threads. Remember, I said every follower is a lead, but not every follower is a prospect. Not every follower will end up being a buyer. Okay? So that's that for that. I was going to talk about blogging, but blogging is a bit old-fashioned, right? Blogging is not like the way it used to be. It's extremely hard to succeed in blogging nowadays. We don't have lots of money to run paid advertisements with. If we are going to be honest. Now, the next thing you need to do is to leverage on social media platforms to spread your influence and your knowledge. Prosperity has chosen the LinkedIn route. I have chosen the Twitter route. And this year you are going to be seeing more videos of me on TikTok. I intend to shoot a lot of videos this year. I intend to edit these videos. I intend to put them on LinkedIn, on TikTok, and on Instagram, I mean to say. And also you need to have a content plan. You need to have a strategy for repurposing your content. How can I turn my thread into an Instagram carousel? How can I turn my thread into a TikTok video? How can I turn my thread into a Facebook post? How can I turn my thread into a LinkedIn post? And how can I turn my thread into a 1-hour YouTube video? The reason why people don't succeed is because they don't think. If you think, ideas will come. I've been off a lot of social media platforms because when I come back, everybody will know I'm back. For now, I'm just on Twitter. I'm not even on WhatsApp, right? If you have my WhatsApp contact, you will agree with me that you barely see my status. I barely upload WhatsApp status because it's not my focus now. I'm not a WhatsApp guy. I don't like the app. I don't like WhatsApp. WhatsApp is too short term, and I'm not a short term guy. I prefer to play the long term way. So WhatsApp does not fit my my plan. Okay. Now you need to understand that the social media platform you are going to be engaging will be what will decide how you post. You need to understand the algorithm of each platform, and you need to understand how the platform wants to accept content. If you force Twitter to accept your video content, you are just going to be there for a long period of time. You won't blow as compared to TikTok. You need to understand that Twitter was originally created for thought leaders, people who want to share their thoughts. So if you're a Twitter guy, you have to be tweeting from that angle. Okay. Now Facebook and LinkedIn has to do with longer posts, right? The posts, they are relatively longer than Twitter. But then the major difference between LinkedIn and Facebook is that LinkedIn, it has to be done in an achievement way. If you've not stated that you've achieved something on LinkedIn, that your account is going nowhere. Most people crack jokes about LinkedIn. You see somebody at 16 on LinkedIn with 342 certificates. So LinkedIn is more for career people. LinkedIn is more for people who are into the career world, people who have lots of accomplishments, people who have lots of achievements. That's how the platform was built. TikTok is for short videos. YouTube was originally built for long videos, okay? So YouTube had to create YouTube Shorts because they wanted to rival IG Reels, because they wanted to rival TikTok and all that and all that. Now, the next thing you need to do is know your target audience. If you don't know your target audience, you won't even know how to write. Who is your target audience? Let's even start from there. Because how you write is going to always be dependent on your target audience. There are many ways to market. Okay, there are people who market aggressively. There are people who market what's it called, diplomatically and all that. So who is your target audience? For instance, I help online entrepreneurs make 7 figures monthly. Usually people between the ages of 18 to 24. Now that goes to say that my content should be directed to people who want to make 7 figures every month, not once in a while. It means that persons who do 8 figures, 9 figures, they might benefit from my tweets, they might benefit from my content, but they are not necessarily my target audience. So the kind of content I release online will have to be first to serve people who want to earn 7 figures, and then people who want to do it consistently every month. So that's why I talk about lead gen. Why I talk about closing. That's why I talk about a lot of things that I talk about. Yours might be different. You might be a leadership expert, and your target audience is whatever it is. So who are your target audience? If you're a graphic designer, are you called to serve businesses? Are you called to serve customers, influencers? Are you called to is your goal to do logos? Is it to do flyers? Is it to do carousels? Is it to work with foreign brands? Your target audience determine the kind of content you roll out. If I ever get to write a thread on leadership, it's simply because I just want to write a thread on leadership, not because I am supposed to write a thread on leadership. Every single thread I write is about money and masculinity. 70% money, 30% masculinity, 0% content creation, 0% videos, 0% whatever it is, 0% forex, 0% mindset, right? And you need to also, you shouldn't fall for the shiny object syndrome, which a lot of persons fall for. So because copywriting is in vogue, you now start tweaking your content to have copywriting whatever. You are just setting yourself up for failure. My content is, I don't know, I'm not going to say it's static, but my content is the way it is. I'm always going to talk about sales for as long as I choose to talk about sales. And for the fact that someone is talking about mindset will never make me start talking about mindset. For instance, one of the things that is in vogue now is webinar, but you've never heard me talk about webinar. Never. You might never hear me talk about webinar. It might be the most engaged content, but I still won't talk about it. And if I do, maybe I just want to talk about it as relating to sales, not as relating to the back end part of it. So no matter how viral a thing is, everything should not be able to attract you. You know, everything should not be able to. You've never seen me write a thread on affiliate marketing. I'm not going to. I might never, even if everything revolves around affiliate marketing. It's not me, okay? If I'm going to write, it's going to be directed to the persons who want to do 7 figures monthly. When I jumped on calls today, majority of the persons I asked them a very simple question: why do you even trust me enough to help you? Why do you trust me enough to want to pay me? and every of their answer revolved around social capital. Your friends, the people, the network you have, majority of the people who I look up to, they're all your friends. And if that's the case, then it means that you are worth my money. There was one that said, I look up to Ronald Zimmer and I look up to Abdul Kawi. And I noticed you were on a you were on a call session with them. And it also goes to say that you are like and blah blah blah. And the person kept on saying, I said, oh, interesting. The majority of them jumped on a call because of social capital. The online space is more about positioning, right? And what you need to understand is that perception is stronger than reality. Okay. And this is where content has an advantage, because with content, I can make you believe whatever I want you to believe. I've seen a lot of poor riffraffs online who have nothing, but then they position themselves to appear like they have everything. Positioning is not about lying. Positioning is choosing the standpoints to post from. Every one of us, we have good stories, we have bad stories, and we have ugly stories. Wherever I choose to keep writing my content from determines how well I position myself. As little as taking a studio picture is positioning. As little as posting testimonials one every day is positioning. As little as engaging in conversations with influencers is positioning. As little as relating with influencers and letting the whole world know, that's positioning. As little as going to events is positioning. Positioning is not just lifestyle marketing. If you don't even know how to position yourself properly here, even if you go to Dubai, even if you go to Brazil, you are still not going to position yourself properly. Positioning is everything online. Believe me when I tell you this. You cannot put yourself out there as an authority figure without mastering how to position yourself. Let me see what's going on in the comments. Yes, positioning is choosing the stance points to post from. You are correct. Perception is stronger than reality. Very correct. So how do you want people to see you? If you followed me long enough for Twitter, you know I love animals. You know I love dogs. You know I'm a Man U fan. So by default, if you're a Man U fan who loves dogs, you will just like me by default. So how have you positioned yourself? A lot of you are just too serious on this social media. At times, we want to know your hobby. At times, we want to know your likes and dislikes. We want to know the kind of books you read. If you've listened to me long enough, you know I always talk about psychology of money. I talk about a lot of books, but I always talk about two in particular: Psychology of Money and The Millionaire Fast Lane. I wish they were around me. I would have shown you those books, but they are not around me. These are the kind of books I like to read. To persons who like to read those kind of books, I like, whoa, this guy is my kind of guy. Start telling the whole world more about you. People buy because of you, not because of the product you are selling. As a matter of fact, people will buy you first before your product. If people are not cool with you, they won't pay for your product. People are not cool with you, they won't pay for your course. People are not cool with you, they won't pay for your what's it called, your class. And if that's the case, it means your greatest asset online is you. So how do you increase the perception of you? How? I'm not talking about hosting conferences, because almost everybody now is hosting conference online. That's why nobody's attending anybody's conference online, because everybody's hosting conference online. When somebody stays online for 4 months, nobody invites them to teach on a WhatsApp class. They rush to go and host conference so that they can invite people to teach. You are setting yourself up for failure. They are there doing conference, or rich people, they are doing conference on top of your head. You don't even know. Your biggest asset is you. Focus on you. Perception, positioning. This is why people buy from people. Nobody wants to buy from a quack. Nobody wants to buy from somebody who does not have it all figured out. If you are into the affiliate marketing space, you will know that if you are not a super affiliate, you will keep nurturing leads for super affiliates to close. You just notice that you teach people how to generate money, how to do this. When they've truly generated the money, they'll now go and pay super affiliates, because nobody wants to pay somebody who is not better than them. People have to believe that you are better than them for them to pay you. I'm going to say that again. People have to believe that you are better than them for them to pay you. I'm not saying you should make people feel inferior. No, I'm just saying that you have to know more than them, even if it's 1% more than them, for them to listen to you. For those of you who are here, you are still here because you believe you can learn a thing or two from me. That's why you are still in this live session. If you didn't believe that you are going to learn a thing or two, you wouldn't have been here. And there are a lot of persons who want to believe in you just as much as you believe in me, but they cannot believe in you because you are not dishing out content. So my biggest advice to you today is to consistently release content. Don't do it for 5 days and stop for 2 weeks. It's better you post twice every day for 1 year than to post 15 times in a day every month. Do you understand? Instead of posting 15 times in 1 day and then wait till the next month, it's better you post 2 times a day for 1 year. Consistency is stronger than intensity. I'm going to say that again. Consistency is greater than intensity. At the end of the day, consistency will always beat intensity. There's a statement I saw. Someone said it about Easton. I don't know. I was not alive when about Easton was alive, but then the statement is very simple. A fool with a plan will always beat a genius without a plan, anytime, any day. So my question for you today is, what is your content plan? What is your social media plan? What is your social media domination strategy? How do you intend to be in the mouth of everybody? How do you intend to make everybody sing your praise? If you don't have a plan, if you don't have a strategy, you are not playing the long-term game. It's a matter of time nobody will hear about you again. You need to create a plan, you need to create a strategy, and you need to stick to that plan. Come what may, you need to stick to that strategy. Come what may. I have my 2023 plan. And before the year runs out, I start creating my next year plan. And when I talk about plan, I mean content plan, I mean networking plan. I network with 3 new people every single year. And the people I intend to network with this year, I've already done 1/3. And I've never fixed a year and I didn't do 3/3. That's why I don't even try to network with more than 3 people in a year. It's just 3 persons per year. That's why I usually have 100% success rate, because I can dedicate 4 months to each of them, and that's it. So the time is up. I was told to end 9 o'clock, so I'm done. If you have any question, if Prosperity permits me to answer, then I will answer it. Prosperity, thank you for the invite. And the team also, thank you for inviting me to teach.
Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
So guys, yes, sir. So guys, if you have any question, please just share them. If you have any question, it's been an exceptional session. So I think this one has been one of brutal reality, where we are coming to this, what is the real truth and what is not, and what we really have to do. I think one exceptional thing for me has been that it's better that you have a plan than you should not, and consistency always beat intensity. And the fact that people would always want to buy from you as long as you can prove that you're better than them. And this one happens in all sense. It's not even just if people are content creators or influencers or whatever, but even clients. The reason why they are trying to employ is because they think you can do what they cannot do. So you have to really show them that you are really capable in the first place. Well, so thank you so much for this session, sir. While I wait their question, I also have a question here. So I took a lot of notes. I took a lot of notes during the session, and I have to say a very, very big thank you. Oh wow, I closed my notes mistakenly. Okay, so my question is going to be around consistency across social media, different platforms. So for us to be able to put out valuable content, there's definitely a place of us having to learn and build capacity. So what do you have to say about? I'm coming from the place of learning and taking courses? How do we get to find out places that are really, because if we are going to a plan we should also have, if we are going to be able to provide quality content to people, is our learning plan, our self-development plan, how we are going to keep learning, investing in getting knowledge and all of that. So how exactly do we find the right places where we can get knowledge from? How do we know if they are valuable? How do we recognize valuable? And even if we are coming, let's say we are coming from a scratch now, we don't have that really big budget to begin accessing very heavy and expensive classes. Is there any part or system you can say we should go through that will help us develop ourselves so we have enough value that will be able to show to other people that we are better than that? We can use to show forth our value to other people. Yes, sir.
All right. I can't even see the person that asked me question. My face is showing, person's face is not showing, but that's also fine. First of
So,
all, no problem. First of all, if you want to buy a course online, one of the things I tell people is that you have to research the course creator. Majority of the things you see online, majority of them are going to be lies. You need to understand that social media is a hyped up world. That's one. And there was an advice my dad gave to me when I was very young. He said, when you go to buy Gary, don't ask the woman if you did draw. And I asked him why. He said because she did not plan to carry back the Gary home. She planned to sell everything. So the worst person to ask if Gary they draw, now who they sell the Gary, and the best person to ask are the persons who have bought Gary from that person. Now, if you do this for physical products, then what stops you from doing it for digital products? Before you buy a course online, make your research about the course creator. And in as much as you want to ask it, I know a lot of you ask course creators questions, not because you need answers to the question, but because you want to feel fulfilled that you chatted this person up and this person replied you. So that euphoria prevents you from even becoming who you need to be anyway. Ask persons who have taken that course. How far guy, I beg, I won't pay for this course. Do you really feel is worth it for me? And before you ask five persons, three persons will tell you the truth. Basically. And one thing I need to understand is that free courses will never be outdated. If all the knowledge is in paid courses, then how come I've been watching YouTube videos for close to 7 years? I've watched videos today and I'm still going to watch tomorrow because there are always going to be things to learn from even free content. If you are just starting out online, you obviously cannot pay someone like me because if you were to come to me, the least I will charge is $1,000. So, but then there are a lot of persons you can pay. And one of the mistakes people make is that you have to pay someone 5K, and after paying them 5K, you're expecting them to teach you how to do 30 million. You are very stupid. Like, why would you pay somebody 5K and expect to do 30 million? You how do you think? You need to understand that learning is progressive, okay? If I'm paying someone 5K now, for instance, in a class, I'm expecting them to teach me how to do an average of 200K, 250K. If they teach me how to do 200K, that's 4,000% increase. You know what's 4,000%? There's no Ponzi scheme that can pay you that. So the goal is I pay 5,000 naira to learn how to do 250K. I implement it and then I make 250K. If I make more than, all glory to God. And then from this 250K, I pay 50K to someone else. I eat 200K. So I pay 50K to learn how to do 2 million. And then out of this 2 million, I pay 200K to learn. That's how you keep learning. Every year, I keep buying courses. Most times, I don't buy more than 2 courses in a full year. Most times, I don't buy up to 4 courses. It's either 1, 2, or 3 in a full year. And what I do is every first of the year, I must pay an amount that is higher than the one I paid the previous year to learn from somebody that is better than me. The person I want to pay next year, I already know the person. And the plan is when I pay this amount of money, I already have a target. This is how much I want to hit. I don't want to hit $1 million by paying you $5,000. So I pay you $5,000. My plan is to do an average of 300K dollars, 200K dollars, and then the next year I can now pay 15K dollars to learn how to do maybe 800K dollars. That's how I learn. I'm not trying to learn everything at a time. No. There's a reason why there are things like milestones. There's a reason why there are things like objectives. Some of you are trying to swallow advanced when you should be learning the basics. So basically, that's that for that question. I need the next question, please. I'm supposed to be in the meeting by 9. I've already
Okay.
gotten like 4 WhatsApp calls now. So let me see if I can answer this question very fast. My
Thank you,
question is the
sir.
content. No problem. The content plan, it includes days to post. Content plan includes days to post. Yes, it does. I post every single day. Every single day. If you check my WhatsApp, I don't miss a day. Every 8 a.m., I remind people to skip their breakfast. Every 12 p.m., I remind people about my goal. Every 7 p.m., most times, I get to ask questions or I put a poll out there. Every 11 a.m., 3 p.m., and 6 p.m., I get to upload a thread. So I have a plan, but I follow religiously. You have to have a plan too. Apps that help to schedule. I can't really say it because I don't even know the social media platform you're talking about. This is why we need to ask specific questions. But there are a lot of apps. There's something we need to understand. The quality of answers we get will always be determined by the quality of questions we ask. You cannot get quality answer by asking a question that is not quality. So most times the issue is not with the answer we are getting, it's always with the question we are asking. So there are a lot of apps I can say now, but I don't even know which platform you are talking about. But then you can always research about it. You can always go on YouTube, Eunice. You can always go on Google and ask. If it's Twitter, I know you can schedule for free on Twitter using Twitter desktop mode. You can also use paid platforms like Tweet Hunter, Hype Fury, Buffer, etc. Okay. And I think on Instagram now I heard, I've not tried it, that you can schedule a post, even a video content, you can schedule it. So most platforms, they are now making it possible for you to actually schedule stuffs without paying an external software. A lot of platforms, they are doing it now. A lot, a lot. YouTube has been doing it. Twitter has been doing it. Okay? So basically that's it. What exactly is a content plan? It's just a plan that you follow to upload content, basically. A guide. A guide. I already talk about the things I do 8 a.m., 12 p.m. and all that. So that should explain it better. Where's the next question? I need to zoom up.
So I think that's all the question from them, sir.
All right. Igbe, thank you for reaffirming the fact that you can schedule stuff on IG. Eunice, thank you very much for that compliment. So thank you guys. Prosperity, thank you for inviting me. The team, thank you. Those are still to the end, thank you. You are the real MVP. If you stay to the end, it means it's because you believe that I can teach you something, and that goes to say a lot. So thank you for believing in me. Thank you for trusting in me. Have a nice day, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. Oyebuchi just asked that question now. Okay. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Fortune. Thank you so much. It's been awesome having you here. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I had to off my camera because Nigeria has happened. So, however, I'm so excited that today has been a very exposing one. From Sadesh to Sir Fortune, they've shared with us and given us a whole lot of insights um, into digital marketing and advertising, from sales funnel to even content marketing, honestly. So you see, there's a very great part content marketing has to play with organic marketing, and they are so well integrated. They are so well integrated. Thank you so much for joining. You can reach Sir Fortune on social media. You can reach him on Twitter, like you said, he's very active there, and you can always learn from his tweets there. And remember, there's one exceptional thing that stood out for me in this session most is the fact that your content is proportional to what you know. So what is the foremost should be your knowledge, and don't try to learn it all in a day. RUMONEY might have been the start for you. You might have taken other courses, but don't think you just arrive there at once. It's a process. I've been on my own journey. Chidera question, yeah, she asked the question late. She asked the question late. I've been on my digital marketing journey ever since I've been 14 years old. I'm now 18 years old. So it's been one of continual, like since then, I've started watching YouTube videos and all. So the results you are able to get is dependent on the knowledge you have. So keep learning and keep growing on the process. So beyond this, read books, watch YouTube videos, Udemy, Coursera. I tell you, there's so much value. There's so much value on those platforms. And you can look for people. There are also so many other courses out there that you can take that will develop you further. Something we are working on at RUMONEY is partnerships with different experts like Sir Fortune to take specific courses on specific niche where you can, develop yourself further on digital marketing. And I think when Simon Akwe came here, he gave us a tip that for you to grow fast as a digital marketer, learn how to become a T-shaped digital marketer, which means knowledge on all, expertise on all. You get. So know that this journey is a race, is a full journey. You see, Sir Fortune email just got into my phone now again. So it's a journey, it's an experience. Be ready to go through this. Be ready to soak in enough knowledge and keep growing and keep developing yourself. Money is the start of it, but there's so much ahead. Keep learning and keep growing. If you are watching this live session, if you are watching the replay, guys, I really want to hope you gain value. And if you have, I would like you to subscribe. I would like you to like this post right now. I would like you to like this video right now and share with everyone. It's been a very, very, very exposing session. So I really hope you keep growing. Like, I really hope you keep developing yourself. And I know there's a whole lot of amazing stuff for you. If you're on the RUMONEY Genius, if you're on the training, we are into the week of the certification phase, and I hope you've gotten our mail, or you've gotten to hear from us one way or the other. But guys, next week is going to be another amazing session. We're having Esther Odemungi, Okoye Chinelo, and one other amazing personality. And we are going to be looking into marketing strategy as a whole. So, and we are going to be live here Wednesday. So 7 p.m., make it a date. And I'm sure you have an amazing experience as well. Before we round up, I would like us to say thank you to everyone who has made this possible. Thank you to the amazing team at RUMONEY. Thank you. Special thank you to Emmanuel for the whole sacrifices he has put in place to make sure this is a success. Thank you to you too for joining, and I really do hope you have a very great week ahead. So thank you guys, and enjoy the rest of this week. Cheers.